admits asking him for money, and you don't want them to disbelieve you when you say that you don't have it. According to Alan Ellis, who is a Mill Valley, California-based attorney and the co-author of a book called The Federal Prison Guidebook, Madoff is likely to be looking at decades behind bars. He's looking at well over 20 years. He said probably at least 30. That's a life sentence for him. Madoff is 70 years old. Madoff will likely join a group of aging white-collar convicts, including former WorldCom chief Bernie Ebbers, who is 67 years old. Ebbers now resides at the Federal Correctional Institute in Oakdale, Louisiana, as well as John Regas, who is 84 years old. He was the ex-CEO of Adelphia Communications. Mr. Regas now lives at the Federal Correctional Institute in Butner, North Carolina. The two former CEOs are doing time in low-security prisons, featuring double fence perimeters, mostly dormitory housing and work programs. Madoff probably will be assigned to a low or medium security facility, said Levine. Medium-level lockups usually house inmates in cells and are ringed with electronic escape detection systems. Because crimes such as rape and murder are usually prosecuted under state laws, in general, the federal system is less violent. Madoff, of course, who is Jewish, may be assigned to one of several U.S. facilities in the New York area, including the Federal Correctional Institution in Otisville, New York, where ultra-Orthodox Jews run religious services inside the prison. The financier also may be sent to a low-security facility in Fort Dix, New Jersey. That's next to a minimum security camp housing former fund manager Martin Armstrong, who's the founder of the now defunct Princeton Economics International Group, who's serving a 5-year sentence himself for securities fraud. According to Mr. Levine, where you end up has as much to do with where the Bureau of Prisons has a bed open as your sentence. If the judge decides Madoff should be jailed, he may be sent first to the 12-story Metropolitan Correctional Center, the MCC, in Lower Manhattan, or to the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC, in Brooklyn. Both jails house criminals from swindlers to murderers. The Metropolitan Correction Center, downtown Manhattan, is horrendous, according to one defense attorney. Apparently, according to him, conditions are even worse at the Brooklyn jail, the Metropolitan Detention Center. That location, in fact, has intolerable stench and free-roaming rats. According to money manager Armstrong, who is in Fort Dix, he spent 7 years at the Metropolitan Correction Center on civil contempt charges. He started out there in a high-security wing with accused Islamic terrorists because there were no beds in the regular unit. He said sometimes they're good guys, sometimes they're nuts. In prison, though, Madoff will be able to stay in touch with the outside world. He'll have cable TV and the internet, and he probably will also have access to email. He probably will have to take a job in prison that will pay anywhere from 12 cents to 40 cents an hour. Doesn't sound too good. Levine wrapped up by saying, once he gets in, he's not getting out except in a box. And that's not an escape attempt box. That's a funeral director's box, i.e. a coffin. What a day, huh? Thank God you're not Bernie Madoff. If we have any other news, we'll come back and tell you. We're not going to interrupt you with news of whether Mr. Madoff goes to jail tonight or not. There are enough other people covering it, and it's not that germane to our industry. But if there is anything that affects us directly, we will come back. If not, we'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for watching.